Good morning. It's actually almost 11 a.m. The reason it is this time, it's not because I woke up at this time. I woke up way earlier. It's just that I had to clean the fridge, like the entire fridge. My dad was like, "Sihle, clean the fridge," and I had to do it, right? So I did that before actually shooting the YouTube video and everything. But I did forecast before that. You see, that's yesterday's forecast. Here's my AM forecast, right? I forecasted around 7:30 to 8, around that time. This was me just forecasting, right? So yeah, let me show you guys what I'm looking for in the market. I missed this trade, right? The reason I missed this trade is that I was looking for more when I already had enough. And I was looking for price to do more than this, which was not good, right? Because this is already enough, and it's already enough to go, and price went without me with this candle. I would have closed the trade by here, or maybe I would have managed aggressively, I don't know. But I wouldn't let this move retrace back. No, I would never, right? And then maybe I would have closed for like that 1:5 or something like that. But I wouldn't let this whole move retrace. I would never do that, right? And then there is the NZD USD. Let me actually show you the screenshot of this because it hasn't moved that much. So you see you have this ascending channel over here. You have that hook point over there, right? So price can either give us a continuation to go higher or break below and go lower from here. You see that? And then I also have Euro USD, right? Where price can either do the same thing too, continuation higher or break below, right? And Euro USD tried to break below. Let me actually show you guys. It did break below. However, I wouldn't take a trade there because the DXY had not broken below yet, as you guys can see. So that's why I wouldn't take a trade on Euro USD, right? Even if it formed the flag, I wouldn't take it because it would make it less reliable because the DXY had not broken below, above this high, I mean. So that is why, and that is basically what I'm looking for today in the charts. It's a clean, nice trading day, right? Yeah, and then what I'm going to do right now is that I'm going to look at the analyses of the experienced members, right? Like there's this guy, guys. Let me put you on quickly, right? For those who don't have the Falcon subscription, there's this guy, Jordan Wilson. I like the fact that we are both looking at NZD USD and Euro USD, right? Because it shows that I'm on the right track. But this guy, let me just show you quickly. He is part of the fund, right? So that means he's funded. I don't know if he's a full-time trader, Dubai Wealth Creation Mastermind. So this guy is experienced, right? He's an experienced Falcon member, right? And what he does is that he shares his analysis and his trade recaps every day on TradingView, every weekday on TradingView. So if you guys go on TradingView, right, for those who don't have the subscription, and search Jordan Wilson, here's the name, and search Jordan Wilson, right, you guys have access to the analysis of a Falcon member who is experienced, right? And that could help you learn as much as it is helping me learn in my trading right now. So I'm plugging you guys for those who don't have the funds to pay for Falcon. Is that here's one guy over here who shares his analysis every day, every single day. So you do what you have to do with that information. Yeah. So guys, here's the plan for today, right? I'm doing my typing practice right now. I have done my forecasting. I have watched Jordan Wilson's forecast. I've also looked at other experienced Falcon members' forecast to see what they are looking for and how they are looking for price to play out today, right? Here are my daily goals over here, right? I've already done 2.5 of them, right? Because my forecasting is one of them, but I need to do the later, like the forecasting for later on in the day in order for me to take the goal as a whole, right? And then I've also done my typing practice. I'm still gonna do like at least 5 more minutes of typing practice playing this game over here. And then from there on, I am gonna do my Bible study. Then I am going to study the most recent trade recap that Mark just posted. And also the trade recap that I was watching yesterday because it had some gems in it. So I was like, I'm going to watch this once again. The wind just blew the door open. It is what it is, right? And then after that, I'm going to hit the gem. Let's get into it. Okay guys, I'm about to go to the gym. We have a potential setup on GU, right? As you guys can see, we have this expanding over here. This 1, 2, 3 expanding. I'm looking for a 1 hour close, right? A 1 hour candle pattern. And that's where I'll enter, right? But I'll only enter if I can manage to that low. I mean, that's high over here, which is honestly highly likely that I can manage to the high, right? Why? Because the high is the 90% rule. So that's why I would manage this high. And that's what I'm looking for. So it's gonna take over an hour for that to form, right? And I know I could take this on the 15-minute if it forms, and I'll get a better risk to reward ratio. But for me, it's like the 1 hour is more of a weighted time frame. I'm already in drawdown. I wonder who's that with the truck when I am shooting a video. That is so rude. That is so rude. Anyways, I feel like because I am in drawdown, right, I am going to look for the 1 hour instead of the 15-minute. Yeah, just to mitigate the risk, right? So that will be the trade. I just arrived at the gym right now and I am going to push a workout. I'm cutting, so my program looks a bit different. I'm doing upper body today, so I have 2 upper body days and lower body days, right? And then the rest of it is really just cardio, you see. So I am gonna focus on my calisthenics too, right? I am trying to learn the L sit to handstand. I already know how to hold a handstand. Surprisingly, I don't know how to hold the L sit. This whole time I thought I knew how to hold an L sit up until I attempted holding an L sit, and then I realized that it's harder than it actually looks. So I have to work on that, right? It's gonna help me build my core strength, and then from there on I'm going to do pike push-ups, L sit holds, and I'm also going to practice the pike, the handstand to L sit, and then I'm just gonna have a regular workout from there on. Good morning. So it's actually the next day, guys. I couldn't finish up the day in the life yesterday because there was a lot that I still had to do, right, in terms of my trading and my grind. So taking a video of everything would be way too much, but I've already forecasted. I'm going to show you guys my watch list, right? I'm done creating the watch list. I'm just going to show you guys what I'm looking for the day. Let's start with Euro USD. As you can see, Euro USD, we have this ascending channel into this area over here. If you can see, into this area over here, right? And then what I'm looking for right now, because we also had daily confirmation, if you guys can see this daily bearish candle over here. So what I'm basically looking for right now, we are trading through this hook point. I'm just looking for a continuation pattern to the downside, a continuation pattern on the 1 hour to the downside, where I will take a risk entry somewhere here. Maybe it's gonna be like a 12 to 13 10 pip stop, right? And then I will be targeting up to here. I'll be targeting somewhere here. So that is what I'm looking for my euro dollar. And then euro CAD, I'm also looking for basically the same thing. I don't know if you guys can hear the birds. I hope you guys can't, because it's gonna mess up with my audio, right? But what I'm basically seeing right now is that we do come from this area over here, you guys can see, and then we also have this daily confirmation. See this daily bearish candle over there. Then when I go to the 4 hour, on the 4 hour we have this bit of M style structure, like this double top nyana over here, and then we broke through. Now what I am looking for is a risk entry to a continuation, a 1 hour continuation pattern, right? We will get the first touch, second touch, then I'll take the third touch over here, right? Somewhere around there for like maybe a 10 pip stop, right? And then I'll manage to this low, and I'm targeting this low over here, right? And maybe if price can break below this low, the next low I'll be targeting is somewhere around here, right? Which chances are we're not going to get a 20% trade, but it can happen. It's not probable, it's not likely, but it can happen, right? So one thing that I always forget to show you guys is that I also use 90% of the range, 90% of this range, right, as actually my target. I don't necessarily use the whole range, I use 90% of it, right? Maybe even above here, I could use 90% of this range over there, right? And then that could be like my first target. Because to be honest, guys, targeting down there for me right now, especially when I'm in drawdown, is like, nah, bro, let's just target the easy targets, right? So that we can stack profits, right? The 3-to-1s, the 2-to-1s, right? Not the 2-to-1s, 3-to-1s, 4-to-1s, right? So that I can get out of drawdown. And then I'm also looking for the same thing on GBP USD. Here it was actually forming a continuation, but I think that continuation is ending. If you can see this daily over here, we closed with a bearish wick, and then I go on the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, we also had follow through on the 4 hour. We broke below this hook point. We are trading through the hook point. Now, one thing that I don't like is this huge bullish candle over here, right? Because when you look at this huge bullish candle over here, it's showing a lot of bearish pressure, bullish pressure, I mean, and I'm looking to go bearish. So I want price to actually match it in a way, right? So create some sort of base, right? And then come for the third touch. And then once we get the third touch, that's when I'll be looking for this, somewhere around there, manage here, and then I'll be looking to target like 90% of that, which is probably around there, right? And if that breaks through, then I'm definitely targeting down to those lows over here. You see, let me look at my time frames. Yes, I'm definitely targeting to somewhere around there. So that is my forecast for you guys. Let's get on with the day. Guys, listen to what I'm going to say to you carefully. Less than 3% of people write their goals down. So if you are a person that writes their goals down, you are part of the 3% of people, right? Another amazing stat is writing your goals down increase the likelihood of you achieving those goals by 42%. These are stats I'll just show you right now. These are stats, guys, right? The reason I'm letting you guys know this is that I've experienced this in my life. I started goal setting in 2022. I've achieved some of the goals. Some of them, to be honest, I'm still striving to achieve to this day, right? Another thing is I write my daily goals down every single night, right? I've been so consistent with that this year especially. And one thing that I've realized is when I write my daily goals the day before, I am more likely to do everything that I set out to do than if I did not write the daily goals. And it was insane to think about it. Like, it's something that I just realized when I was just going about life in general, is that when I write my daily goals down, I actually achieve them. When I don't write them down, I don't do everything I set out to do for the day, right? Which actually slows down your progress. Now, the reason I am telling you all of this is because I want you to do something for me in the comments. right? I want you guys to tell me, what is your why? Why did you come here in trading? Tell me everything. Tell us in the comments everything in detail, right? Do you know why you started trading, right? Because I know some of you guys won't do this, but ask yourself, am I not doing this because I don't want to, or am I not doing this because I do not know the reason why I'm in trading? The reason I'm saying this is that if you have a strong why, then the how will figure itself out, right? If you have a strong why, then you are less likely to give up on your goals because that why will always be there. Another thing that Mark Hutchinson, right, said in the Falcon webinars, he said, when you write your daily goals down, when you write your why, put emotion to it. Don't just say, I want to be a six-figure trader. Whose life is it going to change? How are you going to feel the moment you hit six figures? When you get that first payout, how is it going to change your life? Right? Who is it going to impact? And how is it going to make you feel? Because when you write it down with the emotion, right, and when you put emotions into your goals, you are less likely to give up because the goals are emotionally driven now. They're not only logical, right? I want to achieve six figures, but it's I want to achieve six figures so that I can make my dad proud, take him to the place that he wanted to go to, right? And I know when we arrive there, I can just see in his face that he's shocked that all of this is happening. How does that make you feel? I hope you guys can see the difference between this. So when you write your daily goals down, put emotion into it. Put emotion into it. Do it actually in the comments, because I'm also interested in knowing what your guys' why is, right? And what I am going to do is that I'm also going to put mine in the comments below so that you can read what my why is, right? But at least after 2 people comment down their why, then I will do so, because I want to see if you guys are actually participating. Yeah. Let's go to the gym, guys. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, so much time has passed since the morning. But yeah, I've been doing things that I have to do for the day, and shooting honestly makes everything take longer. So that's why I haven't shot everything. It's like 1 p.m. right now, if you actually check the time, right? So this is what I've been doing right now. I've been going through the trade recaps, of course, and I want to show you guys my process behind it. So I actually go back in time, play price, like the bar replay, right? And then see where the trade could have been for the week, right? So this is the trade I'm looking at right now. I think this is the trade. And then what I do is that I go to the trade recap and I see whether this is the trade EB took, right? And that is the trade
number 1
that EB took, right? But he took it a bit differently. You can see his stop loss is a bit bigger and my stop loss is a bit smaller. So now I want to find out, why is his stop loss so big, right? And then I'm going to take note of that. But you can see that we managed it at the same place. My management is also around that same place, so that would have been fine. So I just want to see why EB took it with such a huge stop loss. You see, that's what I do. Another thing that I've been doing is a course, right? So I am making a course. It's like a Bible study course, right, for my church. Actually, what if I sell this course to you guys? I'm joking. But it's like a Bible study course for my church, right? We're having a church camp. So it's sort of like, you see, I even wrote, what is your why? That's why I actually went to go research how many people write their goals down, right? It's part of the Bible study. So I'm actually doing the course right now, right? I'm going to have this ready by next month. So I have a whole month to do this. So don't worry about what young lion means. Don't worry about what young lion means. But I'm using this app called Miro. It's very dope, right? And I'm just making the course for everybody over here, you see. And then what else? I was also going through Jordan Wilson's Discord, right? I was talking to him. I was asking him a few questions about trading. But you see, Discord is also taking time. Also going through the members forecasts. Yeah, this is like Danielle. She's the foundation webinars coach. Oh yeah, by the way, today there's a foundation webinar, guys. So we're going to go through the foundation webinar. But you can see this is also taking time. That sucks. So this is what I've been doing so far. And now I'm just gonna go to the gym come back, right? Guys, so I just took an entry on USD. It gave me what I was looking for, of course. You guys can't see it properly because I'm on the road, but yeah. Crazy business, right? So this is what just happened over here. I don't know if it's gonna hit my stop or not, but I don't like the way it's looking right now, right? But one thing I can tell you about trading is that the candle can look like this at one moment, the next moment it's down there. So yeah, I put my TP over there. I took the trade. It's currently running negative $12, right? And guys, I'm in so much drawdown. Not necessarily in a lot of drawdown because my risk is low. I'm risking $25, but I lost 6 times. So I would have been in -6 drawdown, right? But I'm only minus 1.5, which is now going to be minus 1.75 if this takes me out of stop loss. So we'll see how the trade goes. Yeah, right now I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to have a nice workout, and I'll see you guys when I come back. As you can see, guys, that was a loss. Yeah, this is what it looks like right now. I am going to send this trade in the foundations webinar. I think the reason why is that Mark did say before you enter, try to look for a trade below this consolidation, right? I didn't think of that when I entered the trade, so that's one thing that I can say. But other than that, I'm wondering if this is just a normal losing trade or this is a trade that is not a good trade. I'm not quite sure, but it is what it is. Took the loss. Yeah, it is what it is, guys. So guys, just to be transparent, I'm having a losing week. Matter of fact, ever since I started trading that account, it has been in drawdown. It hasn't been in profit ever since, right? So I am risking 0.25% because I know myself. I know that I'm not profitable. So why the heck would I risk 1% if I'm trying to keep the account? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not trying to pass the account, right? But I am trying to build experience through the account. And hopefully, if I don't blow the account, then I can become profitable while trading this account and actually pass the account, right? Even if it takes me 5 months, 6 months, 8 months, a year, 2 years, right? But I don't want to blow the account. But the chances of me holding this one account for 2 years, I don't know, you know. But anyways, I've been on a losing streak, right? Ever since I started trading Falcon, basically, right? I've hardly taken any wins. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've hardly taken any winning trades, right? I think I can count the number of winning trades that I've taken on one hand. I think it's like 4 winning trades in 3 months, and the rest have been losses and break evens, right? But I am still learning, and I know some of you guys will be like, go back to ICT, but I was losing with ICT too. So it is what it is, right? So right now, what I'm going to do, I am going to finish off the trade recap, and then I'm going to attend the foundation webinar, right? I'm going to send in these trades in the foundation webinar so that Danielle can review them, right? And to see what I am missing, right? And each and every day, I will be one step closer to achieving my goals. I'm not demotivated by the losses. I am glad that if this is the wrong trade, it was a loss, because the worst thing that could happen is for it to be the right trade and it be a winning trade, because I'll think that I did the right thing, you see. So it's better if it's a loss, right? So that I know that this is the wrong trade to take, so that I don't take it again, right? Now, the only problem, and I know now I'm speaking too much, the only problem is taking the correct trade and it still becomes a loss, because now you don't know whether it's the correct trade or not. I don't know if that makes sense, right? And now Mark did say take a lot of trades, right, in a controlled way that are part of your plan so that you can build data. But the data that I've been building right now is just losses. So I can't really separate the winners from the losers, because there are not really much winners to separate from the losers, if I'm making sense, right? But anyways, I am going to continue pushing, right? You know me, guys, I don't give up. We don't give up in this community. We don't give up. If you're watching this video, you don't give up. We keep on pushing, right? And don't forget to write your why, right? Put some emotion into that why. Comment down below why you're actually trading. And I can hold you accountable. And the people who are going to see your comment hold you accountable. And we keep pushing just like that. Have a nice one, guys. This is the end of the video. I hope you guys do well. And I hope I'm praying for your guys' profitability. Have a nice one. Peace.